When Samantha suggested that I walk through the cemetery at night, I couldn't believe my ears. How could it be, in a cemetery at night? But I got the reasonable explanation that she'd gone to the witch to ask her why she and Alan weren't getting along, and that's when it all came out. It turned out that they had been jinxed with love. They had turned Alan away from her. "You're my friend. You're supposed to follow me everywhere. But not in a cemetery at night. Or maybe you're the one who's trying to steal Alan away from me." From such an argument I could not fight back myself. I had to agree with Samantha that I would go to hell or high water for her, or to the cemetery at night. Otherwise, our friendship would be over. Samantha really believed the witch. We prepared for the night journey. We took a flashlight and a garden scoop, dressed warmly, and Samantha also took a piece of Alan's hair, over which the witch whispered something. It turns out, we had to bury it on some grave special. At what did not ask, not to destroy his psyche finally from laughter. Frankly speaking, I do not believe in all these spells and charms. I think they are pulling money out of people and that's it. At night we climbed over the fence and entered the cemetery. I'll tell you honestly, I thought I was a girl who was not stupid and quite brave. But at night among the graves all sorts of nightmares went straight to my head. And the faces of the people on the tombstones. All the time it seems that they are looking at you, someone sad, someone with a sneer, and sometimes it seemed to me that in the light of the lantern face so crooked smirk. Samantha stomped forward without fear, maneuvering masterfully among the fences. I think if she was a guy and would whistle, that's what love does to a man. After 10 minutes, we stopped at one of the graves. "Here we are," said Samantha, cheerfully. "Why here? The grave is the oldest. The witch told me to look for the oldest one." I did not say that we passed by several graves, which looked older than this one. Otherwise we would have to go back. Samantha handed me the flashlight, took the scoop out of her backpack, and dug a small hole in the barely visible hill. Then she put a piece of hair in it and a piece of paper her grandmother gave her. After burying the hole and stomping her feet, Samantha turned to me with a satisfied smile on her face. "That's it. Now I'll always have Alan." And you would not believe it, when she uttered these words, the lantern went out. You could have written it all off on the batteries, but it did not fade slowly, as if it had turned off. We froze, holding hands. As our eyes adjusted to the darkness, we saw a whitish glow over the grave. And gradually it took on the shape of a human figure. "Can you see it, too?" I whispered, tightening my grip on Samantha's hand. Yes, it was as if the figure had heard us, and swam in our direction. I could tell for sure it was a woman in a long dress. With a shriek, we rushed away. We ran so fast that we ran into the fences a couple of times, scratching ourselves all over, but we soon made it to the outskirts of the cemetery. Depressed, we went home. "Alan will be mine," Samantha said. I agreed with her, and we never spoke about it again. What I didn't tell you was that when we started to run away, I turned around once and saw a female figure standing over the very spot where Samantha was burying her hair. And beside her was another silhouette, a man's. I really hope it wasn't some astral doppelganger of hers that showed up there. Well, we'll see how the spell affects him.
Thank you for watching and supporting me. Subscribe to the channel, there will be many more interesting things.